So once we have this sketch ready, I start to slightly erase the lines so that it won't be obvious once the colors are on. So I'm gonna start with a black color pencil to do the eyeliner first. Once I'm done with the eyeliner, I'm gonna move with the sienna brown to do the outline of the eye. And I'm gonna do the iris. Some shadows inside the eye. I'm gonna draw the eyelid. Now that I have to move to the blending portion. So once I finish blending for the first time, I like to go with a white color pencil on the eyelid, since that's always the lightest part of the eye, to make it pop. While blending, I also add a lot of pressure so that the colors blend perfectly and there aren't any harsh lines. Now I'm gonna slightly add the shadows again with the color sienna brown on the bottom part of the eye. And then I'm gonna blend it all together, but even with more pressure, so that it blends perfectly. Once I've blended in, I like to go with a white color pencil again, just to add the highlights and blend it even more. And then, even though it sounds a little bit odd, I like to add a gray color pencil to make the shadows too, because it makes the whole drawing look more realistic. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't used to do that part. I skipped the gray color pencil part, and it didn't look as realistic. And I tried it one time and I liked how it worked. So I kept going, I kept doing it. And then with a brown sienna one, I make the lines a little bit harsh, or as close as they are in the actual reference picture. And after I'm done with this part of the eye, I like to add the eyelashes. Because if I did it before I blended in, it wouldn't be that obvious. Once I'm done with this part, I usually go back at it and make the shadows even darker. I also add more pressure for some eyelashes and less for others, mostly because in the picture some of them are more obvious and the others are more subtle. After I'm finished with the eyes, and I only have the upper eyelashes to do, but I will do it as soon as I finish with the eye portion of the eye over here, I like to go into the nose. The reason that I'm doing it is because I'm used to making the parts that connect with each other first. So it's like eyes and the nose, and then I move to the lips. I'm always sharpening a pencil before I start drawing because a pointy tip is the most important while adding details, and so that it doesn't make a part of the face bigger, and so that I can add more detail and be more specific with what I'm doing. I'm doing the lines very lightly. I always try to make each shadow in the nose because each nose is different, and if you don't make a shadow right, it may come off way different than the actual nose of the person that I'm drawing. Once I'm done blending for the first time, I'm adding the same shadows, but with the color sienna brown. I love the mixed media papers because it's the easiest one for color pencils to blend well in. I'm using the white color pencil to blend in the parts that are highlighted in the nose. And then I'll go in again to add the shadows and blend again. And it usually takes like 3 or 4 times to be completely blended. Now I'm adding the gray color pencil again on some of the shadows. And then I'm gonna go on top of it with the sienna brown one and blend it all together. And as you'll see in a few seconds, I'll add pink on the tip of the nose as a blush, because it does wear a lot of blush in this picture.